ముందుగా ప్రియమైన విద్యార్థులకు మరియు వారి తల్లిదండ్రులకు నమస్కారం. నా పేరు కె వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజీలో చైర్మన్. నేను ఈ రోజు 10th క్లాస్ విద్యార్థులను దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని మాట్లాడడం జరుగుతుంది. అది ఏమిటనగా, మనందరికీ తెలుసు, గత 2 సంవత్సరాలుగా కరోనా కారణంగా విద్యార్థులు ఎటువంటి పరీక్షలు రాయకుండానే పై తరగతులు పంపడం జరుగుతుంది. ఫలితంగా ఐఐటి జేఈ మరియు నీట్ లాంటి జాతీయ స్థాయి పరీక్షలను సాధించడం కష్టతరం అవుతుంది. దీనిని అధిగమించడానికి మరియు 10వ తరగతి పరీక్షలో అత్యధిక మార్కులు సాధించడానికి నేను మీ ముందుకు కె వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ ద్వారా అనుభవజ్ఞులైన అధ్యాపకులచే ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులు, హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్ మరియు గత ప్రశ్నపత్రాల సమాధానాల విశ్లేషణ ఇవ్వబడును. కాబట్టి నేను విద్యార్థులకు చెప్పదలుచుకున్నది ఏంటంటే, ఈ ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులను మరియు హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్లను క్లాస్ రూమ్లో కూర్చొని చదువుకున్నంత సీరియస్గా చదువుకోవాలను. ఇంకొకటి ఏమిటనగా, ఈ యొక్క క్లాసులు విన్న వెంటనే అర్థం చేసుకొని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయవలను. ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడం అంటే కేవలం చదవడం కాదు, పేపర్ మీద రాయవలను. అలాగైతే గుర్తుండిపోతుంది. దీంతో పాటు మీ యొక్క నాలెడ్జ్ని పరీక్షించుకున్న కొరకు త్వరలో ప్రీ ఫైనల్ పరీక్షలు కూడా నిర్వహించబడు. ఈ యొక్క అవకాశాన్ని సద్వినియోగం చేసుకోవాలని 10th చదివే విద్యార్థులకు విజ్ఞప్తి చేస్తున్నాను.
Hello my dear students, welcome back to our video on physical science, especially on physics. Already in the previous videos we discussed about electric current, and I hope we understood that introduction part of this electric current, and there we completed our the very important basic element that is about electric current. In this video we are going to see that the second basic element, which is what the voltage. We call this as voltage. Then in voltage we have voltage, we denote this by V, and it has two things. One is what the potential difference, we call this as what, the PD. Simple terms, we call this as PD, potential difference. But what is potential? Potential difference అనేది మనం తెలియాలంటే ముందు మనకి పొటెన్షియల్ అంటే ఏంటో తెలియాలి కదా. The potential word, this is derived out of the word the charge. Every body has charge, and every body, it contains that basic particles, molecules. In these molecules, and again the atoms are present. Every atom has the positive and the negative charges along with the neutral charges. The main particles are positive and negative charges. Positive charges means what? The charges which are possessed by an atom. Negative charges mean the charges and which can be lost by the atom. That is the difference. In no other difference in these, the way value is different and everything is different. And the charges which are positive, they always try to be with the atom, within that atom, and these all the positive charges should not be, and we should not think about that. The positive charge means protons. I repeat, positive charge means not protons. Protons contain the positive charge, but all positive charges are not protons. Positive charges, we have to consider them as the deficiency of a negative charge. Deficiency of negative charge. Negative charges means what? Which are in motion, which are lost by the atom. The charges which are emitted by the atom, which are released out of the atom. Then whenever these negative charges, while those are traveling, there is a possibility of accumulation of these negative charges somewhere through that material in the quantities of lower and higher quantities. And whenever there are lower quantities of negative charges are there, means it has the ability to receive that negative charges. In such a sense, we call that as what? As the positive charge. I repeat the same. Then in the course of motion of negative charges which are released from the atom, then while those are traveling throughout that material, there is a possibility of accumulation of these negative charges at different points in their quantities. Wherever the quantity of these negative charges are less, that is considered as positive charge, means there is a deficiency of a negative charge. Where there is more negative charge is there, that is naturally it is considered as negative charge. There is a large amount of accumulation of negative charge. That is the thing what we have to remember here. Whenever this kind of the difference is shown between this accumulation, we call that as potential difference. Then what is the potential? Then the potential means the amount of the negative charge present, the amount of a particular charge is present in a point or at a point throughout the material. Then this potential means ability of accumulation of the charge by a material at a particular point of its material. We call that as what? A potential. There is a difference in this. Whenever this accumulation of the charges are different with each other in their accumulation, definitely there happens to be what? A difference in their potentials. We call that as potential difference. The same thing we can take that in terms of the work done. There, while we are taking that also in terms of the work done, we can define these charges also. There we can define these charges. What is that potential difference exactly? Then there is certain amount of the work done in moving the charge from one point to another point. This is that definition how we can define. Work done by electric force on unit positive charge to move through a distance. Here we can define this A potential difference. About this, here we can define this as work done. Work done in moving. Work done, we can take that some other word also, done by electric force, by electric force on unit positive charge, unit positive charge to move it, This here we have to consider this as what? There is a change. No, here we are taking that positive charge to move it. From where to where it has to move? That we have to remember here. From where to where it has to move? Positive terminal to positive charge. From positive terminal to negative terminal. From positive terminal to positive terminal, we can take this as what? High potential. High potential to negative terminal. Negative terminal means what? This is that if it is high potential, here we have to take it as low potential. This we have to consider it as low potential. See that here we are taking that potential difference is what? That is the amount of the work done by electric force. There we have to take this as what? This is work done, but what force? Electric force. On what? Positive charge. And from where to where? It is from positive terminal to negative terminal, or from high potential to low potential. These words you have to remember. This is one important definition. This is an important definition. Here we can take this. How we can denote this potential difference is denoted, we can take this as PD, or sometimes because it is voltage, and we can write it as V only. And if it is so, what are its units? What are its units? There we are taking its units in SI system. There we are writing this in SI system, SI units. What are its SI units? We can take this as what? As volts, because it is considered as voltage, or simply we write in terms as V. దీన్ని మనము వోల్ట్స్ అని అంటాము. ఒక సింబాలికల్గా మనము దీన్ని V అని డినోట్ చేస్తాం. V అని మనం డినోట్ చేస్తాం. This is about that potential difference. Now we'll go for that electromotive force. Here we are not going in details about this. We are not going very detail about this, because there we need that what is, we have want the points in the examination point of view, and there we can write this formula also. What about its formula? There we write this as what? V is equal to W by Q. Means amount of work done in driving a charge Q. Then we consider it as what? As the voltage. That is potential difference. We go for second one, B, that is what? Electromotive force. Electromotive force. We can write this as what? EMF. EMF. There we are writing it as what? Electromotive force. This electromotive force also it voltage, but in the definition it is different. Let us see that what it is. This is also work done by chemical force. This is work done by chemical force. Be careful, there it is not like that. On unit, here it is positive charge, but here what we have today? A negative charge. Negative charge. Negative charge to move it from negative potential or what we can take that we use this potential for low potential, negative terminal we use, so that you can avoid your confusion. Negative terminal to positive terminal.
Students, my name is Vishal Sharma and I did my BTech from IIT Kanpur in electrical engineering. I have an experience of more than 12 years in preparing IIT JEE aspirants for this examination. Under me already more than 100 students have cracked this IIT JEE examination. Right now I am associated with K. Venkana classes. Now K. Venkana classes, for the first time in Hyderabad, it has brought your top Delhi, IIT and NITN faculties. Now, what are you waiting for? Come and join us and realize your dream of getting into IITs.
Positive terminal. What is that positive terminal? Here, high potential. High potential. By this, you can understand what it is actually, what is happening there. Here, this is what high potential. This is high potential. Means this is that amount of work done in driving. What? This is the negative charge from negative potential to positive potential. Chemical force, this you have to remember. What is that on? Negative charge. And from where to where? From negative to positive terminal. This is the difference. Everything is same. There is SI units are volts, and there its formula is V is equal to W by Q. Only there is a difference in Q. Here, what is this charge? This charge is positive charge, but here we use that as the negative charge. That's why for this EMF also we write that same formula. There the same formula. Units also same. There we write these units and their formula when we write about this here, and there we can consider this as what? Units are volts. Simply we write it as V. Formula is what? EMF is equal to W by Q. W by Q. Same formula. Only there is difference in their force. Then how can we measure this potential difference or EMF then? How can we do that? What is the device we use for this? What instrument we use to measure both? Whether it is potential difference or electromotive force, the instrument, ఏ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్ దీనికి యూజ్ చేస్తాము దీన్ని మెజర్ చేయడానికి అని అంటే ఇది వోల్ట్స్ కాబట్టి మనము వోల్టేజ్లో మెజర్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి దీనికి మనం ఏం యూజ్ చేస్తాము? వోల్ట్ మీటర్ని యూజ్ చేస్తాము. This is the device we have to connect across this device like battery, and then we have to find out what is that voltage across this conducting material. There, how to connect this instrument across this? This we have to connect in parallel. How to connect this? The same thing, connection. There we have to take this connection is what? Parallel connection. Parallel connection. వోల్ట్మీటర్లో ప్యారలల్ కనెక్షన్లోనే దీన్ని కనెక్ట్ చేస్తాము. ఎందుకు ప్యారలల్ కనెక్ట్ చేస్తాము అని అంటే బికాస్ ఇన్ రీజన్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ ఫర్ దిస్? రీజన్ ఫర్ దిస్ కనెక్షన్ బికాస్ ఇన్ ప్యారలల్ కనెక్షన్, what we have to measure by using this? V is same. V ante voltage. Voltage is same. That's why we connect parallel to that instrument or parallel to that component through which the voltage is to be measured. Voltage ఎంత ఉందా అనేది కనుక్కోవాలంటే దాని నుంచి మనం కనెక్ట్ చేస్తాం. ఇది సెకండ్ కాంపోనెంట్ మనకి. ఫస్ట్ కాంపోనెంట్ మనం చూసాము అంటే బేసిక్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీ. ఫస్ట్ కాంపోనెంట్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ కరెంట్ చూసాము. దట్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ కరెంట్ ఈజ్ మెజర్డ్ ఇన్ ఆంపియర్స్, అండ్ హియర్ ఆల్సో we are using that the second component of electricity, potential difference or EMF. Potential difference or EMF. But this is, how can we define this voltage? Here we are taking it as volts. Then how can we write these units for this? Same. This is the work done. Work done is measured in what? Here this is measured in coulombs and divided by, I'm sorry, this is measured in joules and this is measured in coulombs. 1 coulomb, 1 joule. how can we say that there is 1 volt of voltage is existed there? This we can define it as what? Whenever there is an amount of 1 joule of work done in driving the positive charge from positive to negative terminal, what is that charge? How much work is done? Then this is the voltage is said to be voltage 1 volt can be defined as whenever there is 1 joule of work done on 1 coulomb of positive charge in driving it from positive terminal, means from high potential to low potential across a circuit. How that it can be defined? Using the same definition. There what we have to write, define 1 volt means, this is when there is 1 joule of work is done by electric force on 1 coulomb, unit means here it is what? Coulomb. And when 1 coulomb of positive charge to move it from high potential to low potential or from positive terminal to negative terminal. And this is about what? The potential difference and EMF story. Means that is the second component of electricity. Now we have the 2 components ready. One is electric current, another one is voltage. That means we have that electric current which can be supplied from the battery to any component. ఏదైనా ఒక కరెంట్ని మనము ఒక కాంపోనెంట్ ఒక సోర్స్లో నుంచి బ్యాటరీలో నుంచి కానీ సెల్లో నుంచి కానీ తీసుకొని అది కరెంట్ అనేది కండక్టర్లో నుంచి పాస్ అవుతూ ఉన్నప్పుడు దేర్ హ్యాపెన్స్ టు బి సమ్ పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్, దాంట్లో ఒక పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ అనేది ఒకటి వస్తుంది. ఈ పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ అనేది మనకి టెర్మినల్స్ దగ్గర కనిపిస్తుంది. ఈఎంఎఫ్ అనేది బ్యాటరీ లోపల, బికాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ కెమికల్ ఫోర్స్ వర్క్ డన్. ఈఎంఎఫ్ ఈజ్ కెమికల్ ఫోర్స్ and potential difference is electric force. It uses that electric force. Electric force and chemical force ఆ డిఫరెన్సెస్ ఒకటే ఉన్నాయి. టెర్మినల్స్ అనేది డిఫరెంట్స్గా ఉన్నాయి, చార్జెస్ అనేది డిఫరెంట్గా ఉన్నాయి. ఈ డిఫరెన్స్ వల్ల అది ఈఎంఎఫ్ పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్సా అనేది మనం కనుక్కోవచ్చు. ఈఎంఎఫ్ అనేది ఎప్పుడు కూడా సెల్ దగ్గర సోర్స్ దగ్గర ఉంటుంది. పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ అక్రాస్ ద టెర్మినల్స్ మీన్స్ వాట్ త్రూ ద కాంపనెంట్ ఆర్ అక్రాస్ ద కాంపనెంట్ it is existed there. ఈ పాయింట్ అనేది మనకు క్లియర్గా అర్థమైతే then we will go for the next topic. Thanks for watching this is video, and I will meet you in the next video with a new topic.